Leaders of the pack, how aware are you when you're approaching your home in your car? How aware are you of your surroundings? Is someone following you? Is someone waiting for you in the bushes as you turn up? It's something that we need to be very, very aware about. Terrorists, and not only terrorists, people who steal, people who murder, often look for soft targets. Most people, when they're attacking, do not want to go for a target that's going to be difficult for them. Do not want to go for a target that's necessarily going to put up a fight. So as leaders of the pack, as protectors of our family, of our community, we need to at least give off the perception that we are not a soft target, which means that there are certain things that we can do when we're approaching our home, when we're approaching the entrance to where we live, to make sure that people don't think that we're a soft target. I'm about to approach, I live in a closed town. Most of it is closed off by gates because of where we live, around certain people who don't like us very much. So it's actually a very, very serious and real thing when we're approaching our gate, of how aware we are when we do so. So one of the things that I find is very good is to stop a few meters away from where you're entering. Now this is true of your house in suburbia America as well. Stop a few meters away, maybe 2-3 houses away from where you want to enter in. Why is that? Because you can take that time now to stop, look around. Is anything different? Is anything out of place? Is there anything that should alert me, that would tell me that someone is there, that someone has been there that shouldn't be there? Okay, so is the gate already open and the gate shouldn't be open? Is the gate closed, but I normally leave the gate closed? If you don't have a gate, can you see perhaps wheel marks on your grass? Can you see someone across the road from you sitting in their car waiting? Is that normal in suburbia America for some guy to be sitting across the road from your home? Why is he doing that? If you see someone across the road outside your house that shouldn't be there, I just have to pull to the side over here. The best thing to do is sit and wait and watch, see what they do, and then take a drive past. Take a drive past and look into their car. See what they're doing. Make them conscious of being there. Make them conscious of the fact that you have spotted them, that you know that they are present and they shouldn't be there. Obviously, do not approach anyone if you think they may be dangerous, if you're not armed, if you're not trained. That's whatever the word is. Don't approach someone if you think they're a danger to you. But at the same time, this is your home, and you have every right to drive past a person and check whether they should be there. Make them feel uncomfortable for being there if they're not meant to be there. Now I'm going to go into my gate because someone just opened my gate. But as the gate is opening, I'm looking around, I'm looking down. You can't see, there's a hill over here. Is there anyone around the corner? No one around the corner. Is there anyone waiting here? No. I look behind me, make sure there's no one behind me. Great. I'm going through my gate. Now, I could just keep going and on my way home. I live here with 14 other families. So if I go into this gate, go around my corner, I now do not know what is coming in behind me. As you can see that yellow gate? It should close very soon. And I'm going to wait here until, see, the gate starts to close. I'm going to wait here to make sure that that gate is closed, so that if anyone tries to sneak in, and if any car who doesn't have the code tries to get in, I'm here to stop them. I'm here to question them. I'm here to make sure that that doesn't happen. Once that is closed, and you have to also not only look for cars, you're looking for people. Like right now, where there's like a meter to close, that's when someone may sneak through. It's now closed. I'm going to wait, take a look around. Fine. So what did I do? I maybe spent 2 minutes doing that whole thing. But number one, I knew that I was safe coming in. And number two, I also know that the people in this community are also safe because I have checked that no one came in after me. Guys, we need to be clear and understanding of what our environments are. I'm now in a closed community, although we have open fields on this side, right? Which means that anybody can sneak in. We have different cameras and systems that I'm not going to say everything about them, but we have cameras that should be able to see those people sneaking if they are or whatever. But don't have what's the word? A self-assurance that nothing will ever happen because I'm protected. something can always happen. Someone can always know more than us. Someone can be watching us and know exactly what our patterns are, and therefore never ever bring down your intensity of protection. Okay, that's another thing. Try and approach your home in different directions every so often. People who watch you should not know what your patterns are. That's the same for your wife, for your children. You should change up your patterns every so often. Drop them to school a different way every few days, every few weeks, whatever it is. Just confuse people if they may be watching you for whatever reason. So I'm now kind of in a closed community, right? I'm coming up to my home, and I should not have to be aware because it's a closed community, but I'm always going to be aware. I'm going to do the same thing as I did on the gate. I'm going to stop for a few seconds before I drive into my small little driveway. I'm going to take a look around, okay? The bins, right? The garbage bins, I don't know what you guys call them, the dust bins, whatever, are where they should be. My neighbor's car is almost always there. There's a children's play thing over here. Now over here, this is a bad place, okay? This is a place where people like throw garbage and bigger things, cupboards and stuff like that, until they come to be picked up. That is closed off, as you can see, and people can be hiding behind there. So I'm not going to get out of my car every time, you know, draw my weapon and take a look around. But I'm going to wait here. I'm going to be aware of what may be there. I'm going to remember that that cupboard was there when I left, hasn't been moved. I'm going to take a look around. Nothing seems to be different. And the last thing before I go, this is the way leaders of the pack park. Backwards. We always park backwards. Why? Because if we have to get out in an emergency, we want to be able to jump into our car and go. If God forbid I need to take someone to hospital, I don't want to be reversing out, finding my way. I want to be able to jump in the car and go whichever way I need to go. If there's a security threat and I need to get my family out, I want to be able to just throw them straight in the car and drive out. I don't want to be facing my back to the road and have to reverse out. Also means that if people are cutting me off in order that I can't get out, it's going to be very obvious to me because I get in my car and I can see straight ahead rather than having to reverse out and someone sneak up on me and cut me off. Anyway, that's just a bit of protection, practical protection for leaders of the pack. Have a safe day.